Welcome to Surviving the Fuckery, where we're just trying to survive all the fuckery that's going on in the world today.
I saw the knife long before they swung it, but I didn't flinch, because the best revenge is letting them think you didn't notice. I watched them smile, watched them plot, watched them wait for the moment to strike. And I gave it to them on purpose, because power isn't reacting, it's letting them reveal themselves. You don't need to scream betrayal. You don't need to expose them. Just remember, just sharpen, just wait. They never expect the one who stayed quiet to be the one who ends it clean. So let them underestimate you. Let them swing first. Just make sure yours is the last cut they ever feel.
Wake up, it's a long night, darling. Wake up, it's the brightest sky.
Everybody, it's Sunday morning. I am loaded for bear, and I'm going to bring some heat this morning. Let me tell you something. The investigations are underway. Let's talk about this real quick. All of you fucks, all of you that tried to take down this country and tried to take down this president, you have set your legacy.
Get him.
McCabe, Brennan, Susan Rice with the email she sent to herself trying to ass cover Hillary Clinton, Obama,
Swamp water drinking ass.
Clapper,
Get 'em.
all of you. There's about 25 of you
All 25
that
of
were
'em.
involved in Crossfire Hurricane in Russia. Comey on the seashells at the beach. All of you fuckers, your legacy is written. When you unalive, and I like to use another word, that will be what they talk about.
Get 'em.
That's your legacy. There's nothing good about it. Here's the deal. You tried to take on Donald Trump,
Right.
and he is beating your ass.
Cleaning the
He
swamp.
is beating your ass, and the forces he have arrayed against you are never going to stop while he's in office.
Never.
You guys are in serious shit. I don't know who's going to go to jail, who isn't going to go to jail,
No.
but I know you're exposed
The truth
now.
is exposed.
Obama, you little fuck. You tried to take down this country. You tried to take down Donald Trump.
Man.
But you guys got in the ring with a guy that swings and never stops swinging. And he is kicking your ass.
That's right.
You tried to bring down Trump and you pissed him off.
Pissed him off.
And now he's coming for you.
Get him,
Now
Trump.
he's coming for you. And he's got the forces arrayed against you.
Yes, sir.
You bastard tried to take my country from me. You bastards and you bitches tried to
won't work.
bring down Donald Trump. And it didn't work. It didn't work.
God don't like ugly.
And I'm pissed off because
I'm
this is
pissed
my
off, too.
country. America is for the people, and all of us remember
right,
now.
that's right.
And that is your legacy. When they put you in a coffin and put you underground, they're going to talk about seashells on the beach
With
and
swamp
emails
water.
destroyed by Hillary and little letters and emails to herself by Susan Rice
Seashells and
and
swamp
Brennan
water.
and Clapper and
Get
McCabe
'em.
and all of you
Get 'em.
lying to Congress. You guys are in serious shit and your
Get 'em.
legacy is written. It's over. You took on Trump and he's dropping you like a rock in water. Enjoy it. It's not going to stop.
Beware, underestimating me is your greatest mistake. I rise stronger with every challenge.
4-time in the Beninging.
Cut! Optimus, one more time.
In the Beninging.
Cut! It's beginning. Beginning.
Before time in the Beninging. Beninging.
Where you going?
I go home now, and I will start from Beninging again.
If given the opportunity, I will get even with some people that were disloyal to me. I mean, I had a group of people that were disloyal.
But how do you define disloyalty?
They didn't come to my aid.
Well, what did they do? They
small
turned their back
things.
on you?
No, but they didn't do small things that would have helped. You see, I'm so loyal to people, and maybe I'm loyal to a fault, but I'm so loyal to people that when somebody's slightly disloyal to me, I look upon it as a great act of horror. You know, some of the people that were most loyal to me are people that I didn't think would be. Some of the people that were least loyal to me are people that I think I would have treated them differently. I think I would have treated different groups differently. I would have wiped the floor with the guys that weren't loyal, which I will now do, which is great. You know, I love getting even with.
Do you think your son would be proud of what you've become? Revenge isn't the answer.
It is for me.
Donald Trump is here tonight. Now, I know that he's taken some flack lately, but no one is happier, no one is prouder to put this birth certificate matter to rest than the Donald. And that's because he can finally get back to focusing on the issues that matter. Like, did we fake the moon landing? What really happened in Roswell? And where are Biggie and Tupac?
It's showtime.
Y'all really thought Barack Obama was a good person? You really thought Barack Obama was Jesus Christ, has done no wrong, and wasn't finessing everyone and getting personal advances and all types of exploitations done by being the president of the United States?
There's a lot of things about me you don't know anything about. Things you wouldn't understand. Things you couldn't understand. Things you shouldn't understand.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. At President Trump's direction and with the support and coordination with the House Intelligence Committee Chairman Rick Crawford, today we've released a declassified Oversight Majority Staff report that was produced in September of 2020. The stunning revelations that we are releasing today should be of concern to every American. This is not about Democrats or Republicans. This has to do with the integrity of our democratic republic and American voters having faith that the votes cast will count. There is irrefutable evidence that detail how President Obama and his national security team directed the creation of an intelligence community assessment that they knew was false. They knew it would promote this contrived narrative that Russia interfered in the 2016 election to help President Trump win, selling it to the American people as though it were true. It wasn't. The report that we released today shows in great detail how they carried this out. They manufactured findings from shoddy sources. They suppressed evidence and credible intelligence that disproved their false claims. They disobeyed traditional tradecraft intelligence community standards and withheld the truth from the American people.
What would you say to people who believe that you're only releasing these documents now to improve your standing with the president after he said that your intelligence assessments were wrong?
The evidence and the intelligence that has been declassified and released is irrefutable.
Obama knew about it. Joe Biden knew about it. Comey knew about it. Brennan, Clapper, the whole group, they all knew about it. Lisa Page, the lover struck, they all knew about it. And we have it documented, we have it in text, we have it in all sorts of forms. They knew about it. It was a terrible thing. Should have never happened and should never be allowed to happen again to a president. This should never happen again. This was a setup like we've never seen. I think it's the political crime of the century.
How do you think that the Supreme Court's ruling that benefited you on presidential immunity would apply to former President Barack Obama and what you're accusing him of doing?
It probably helped him a lot. Probably helped him a lot, the immunity ruling. But it doesn't help the people around him at all. But it probably helps him a lot. He's done criminal acts, there's no question about it.
That motherfucker's guilty, 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 that motherfucker.
That the Obama administration doctored the intelligence to make it look like Putin and Trump stole the election. A month after Trump beat Hillary, Barack Obama wasn't satisfied with his intelligence reporting and ordered his CIA director to create a new assessment of how Russia interfered with the election. This was a highly unusual move. John Brennan handpicked 5 CIA analysts to write the assessment, and they were siloed. None of them knew what the other was doing. and only one analyst was in charge of drafting this report. There was nothing routine about this, and it was a rush job to publish before Trump was sworn in. Nothing was coordinated with the other intelligence agencies either. Basically, this was home cooking for Barack Obama. There were 4 key elements from the assessment that were repeated over and over again and formed the basis of the Russia hoax and the Robert Mueller witch hunt. 1, that Vladimir Putin wanted Donald Trump to win. 2, Putin took action to help Trump win. 3, the Russians had blackmail on Trump. That was the Steele dossier. And 4, that the Russians tried colluding with the Trump campaign. None of any of this was ever true. There was no reliable intelligence to support any of these allegations. Senior CIA officials repeatedly refused to traffic in these allegations, but they were repeatedly overruled by CIA Director Brennan and FBI Director Comey, who insisted that they be pushed, even without verifiable evidence.
Oh, Donnie boy, what did you trade? There's no way with the amount of support, power, and money behind Barack Obama that you could just go after this guy without making a deal with the devil. You're pissing all over the Bushes and the Cheneys' pet project. You're messing with the CIA and Mossad asset. Which begs the question, are they sacrificing this guy for you? What did you trade them? America, you better batten down the hatches because some major levers are being pulled and in order to massage Mr. Trump's ego. Oh my God, I walked in, wow, they were going to give me Obama and all I had to do was like another $100 billion for Ukraine or, you know, like turn Tehran into a parking lot. A deal has been struck. Expect something somewhere to blow up in a major fashion soon. I promise.
So Tulsi Gabbard, the director of national intelligence, just said that she's revealed a treasonous conspiracy. She posted this weird Alex Jones-esque graphic and said that the Obama administration fomented a years-long coup against President Trump, which is a far more aggressive tone from the one she took a few years ago.
Presidents Putin, Zelensky, and Biden. It's time to put geopolitics aside and embrace the spirit of aloha.
Unrelated, but sorry, I can just never get over the aloha thing. Basically, Gabbard is saying that the intel community's conclusions back in 2017 about Russia interfering in our election were all lies. She released a bunch of conversations between intelligence officials prior to the 2016 election. And in these conversations, our intel community discussed how Russia likely had not and would not use cyber means to hack into voting machines and change vote tallies during the 2016 election. And so, she says that the Obama administration lied to the American people when they said Russia had interfered in our election.
Okay, here's my take about the Obama thing. Obama is trash. Okay, he's never been a good president. He was always horrible. All he did is pander to the black people. I don't care that he's black. He was the worst president ever. Tulsi Gabbard came out with this new evidence of Obama doing the Russia hoax, and she came out with that out of nowhere when we were all thinking about Epstein files. And now the Epstein files, oh, Trump's in the Epstein files. With Trump being in the Epstein files, what does that mean? Everybody's trying to consider that maybe he did something with underage girls. Do you really think he did something with underage girls just because he's in the Epstein files? If you are a Trump supporter and you just suddenly turned and you're thinking that, oh my God, he did something. Bro, you're a dumbass and you're a bitch and you shouldn't be in the MAGA crowd. Get out of here. Nobody likes you. No, your opinion doesn't matter. If you're really that quick to switch on Donald Trump, Trump is doing a great job. And back to Obama. Obama, if he did something that was clearly evident, like Tulsi Gabbard is talking about, why don't you just arrest him? I don't believe he will be arrested.
So the Trump administration accused Barack Obama of treason, which is terrible if it's true and he needs to be prosecuted for it. But one of the main arguments I'm seeing from liberals is, well, Trump has 34 felonies. Why is he worried about Barack Obama? Y'all, none of those 34 felonies had anything to do with politics, had nothing to do with Trump betraying American people. It had to do with stuff in his personal life with his businesses. That's all it, even now, like all of the charges got dropped except for one, which I think is like falsifying business records in New York. That has nothing to do with politics. That has nothing to do with anything going on while he was president, bruh. That has to do with him in his personal life and his businesses. So why are y'all bringing that up? Like, why does that matter more than what they're accusing Barack Obama of? Like, y'all, do y'all understand that if this is true and they can actually prove what they're saying, that that's one of the worst things you could do as a president is commit treason, bruh. And y'all are just sitting here like, oh, well, we're not really too worried about that because it's Barack Obama. But, you know, Trump, 34 felonies, even though they've all been dropped except for one, and none of them have anything to do with politics. And before y'all get on here accusing, oh, well, Trump got accused of this, y'all, none of that has been proven in court. None of that has been proven in court, which is exactly why I said they accused Barack Obama. They have to prove it. I'm not saying Barack Obama did it, but, you know, the evidence is looking like it, but it still has to go through court, still has to go through the right process. But if it does come out that he did and they have the evidence to prove it, prosecute him to the fullest, bruh.
Let's talk about the so-called years-long coup against Donald Trump. Because if you think Washington plays by the rules, I've got a bridge to sell you. Here's the deal. While the media and Democrats have been busy screaming about Trump's criminality, Tulsi Gabbard just dropped a bombshell Obama's intelligence community allegedly cooked up the Russia narrative to delegitimize Trump's 2016 win. We're not talking about some fringe blog post. These claims are based on declassified memos and internal intelligence documents. If this was just bad politics, that'd be one thing. But if it's true, it's a criminal conspiracy to defraud the United States. Remember Watergate? That was a high school prank compared to this. Let's break down the hypocrisy. Trump gets indicted after leaving office over paperwork and process crimes, while Obama's team gets a free pass for allegedly weaponizing the intelligence community against a political opponent. Justice is supposed to be blind, but apparently it's got a favorite team. If the DOJ and FBI can go after Trump, then Obama and his crew are fair game. Equal justice under the law, remember that? And the fallout? This manufactured Russia hoax led to 2 impeachments, $40 million in taxpayer money wasted, careers destroyed, and media hacks winning Pulitzers for what now looks like pure fiction. All because the establishment couldn't handle an outsider shaking up their cozy little club. If Obama's fingerprints are on this, it's not just dirty politics, it's a full-blown abuse of power. The precedent has been set. Trump's being prosecuted for less, so why is Obama above scrutiny? The American people deserve transparency. Release every document Tulsi Gabbard referenced. Let's see who was really pulling the strings. So here's the question. Is justice just the excuse they use to go after Trump while everyone else gets a free pass? Or are we finally ready to hold all sides accountable no matter whose team they're on? Sound off. Are we seeing real justice or just political payback dressed up as justice?
I think he's freaking out. I think Obama actually knows that he's in real trouble here, and at least members of his team are in real trouble. Here's his response. I want you to hear.
So breaking just moments ago, former President Obama's office responding after Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard accused his administration of using, quote, manufactured intelligence about President Trump and Russia. Gabbard sending a referral to the Justice Department and calling for, quote, accountability. President Obama's office saying, quote, nothing in the document issued last week undercuts the widely accepted conclusion that Russia worked to influence the 2016 presidential election, but did not successfully manipulate any votes. These findings were affirmed in 2020 in the report by the Bipartisan Senate Intelligence Committee, led by then Chairman Marco Rubio. That report.
I'm sorry. You can keep telling yourself that. Barack Obama, John Brennan, McCabe, the rest of you. Comey. I'm sorry, but you know what you actually did is unforgivable because we still got the tape. And I'm going to play it right now. This is unforgettable. What you tried to lead media organizations and the American public to believe, you knew was false, you knew was wrong, and yet you did it anyway. I mean, this is scumbag stuff. We always knew the intel business was a bunch of scummy you-know-whats, but proven everything that you thought about that industry to be correct, and then some. Watch.
Trump didn't actually win the election in 2016. He lost the election, and he was put into office because the Russians interfered.
Trump knows he's an illegitimate president.
The president-elect, although legally elected, is not legitimate.
I don't see this president-elect as a legitimate president.
You said you believe that Russia's interference altered the outcome of the election.
I do. We have a president who, if in fact it is proven, has been assisted by the Russians and may in fact not be a legitimate president.
The one thing that Trump is fearful of when it comes to his being president is that finally we will see how illegitimate his victory actually was.
I have an objection. I object to the 15 votes from the state of North Carolina. I object because people are horrified.
He's an illegitimate president.
Do you believe Trump is a legitimate president?
What I believe is that there's no question that the outcome of this election was affected by the Russian interference.
Let me tell you something. There's nothing worse than telling a dumbass lie and getting caught telling a dumbass lie.
Okay, we have Tulsi Gabbard's response to Obama. Let's play that. I love this. This is rapid fire.
Obama's office today firing back, issuing the following statement. Out of respect for the office of the presidency, our office does not normally dignify the constant nonsense and misinformation flowing out of this White House with a response. But these claims are outrageous enough to merit one. These bizarre allegations are ridiculous and a weak attempt at distraction. Nothing in the document issued last week undercuts the widely accepted conclusion that Russia worked to influence the 2016 presidential election but did not successfully manipulate any votes. These findings were affirmed in a 2020 report by the bipartisan Senate Intelligence Committee led by then-Chairman Marco Rubio. Joining me now to react is the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard. Director Gabbard, give me your response to what we heard from former President Obama there. He's saying that none of this makes any sense, that this is a distraction. What do you say to that?
It's the art of deflection coming from former President Obama, as well as his friends who are still in Congress today, and Senator Warner and Congressman Jim Himes, really all basically saying that exact same statement, which doesn't actually address the issue that was revealed in great detail in the over 100 documents that we released last week, in the documents that we will be releasing later this week, that point to the undeniable fact that you laid out in your introduction to this segment, is that the intelligence community had one assessment, that Russia did not have the intent or capability to try to impact the outcome of the U.S. election leading up to Election Day. The same assessment was made after Donald Trump was elected by the American people as president in 2016, defeating Hillary Clinton. And it wasn't until after that pulled President's Daily Brief document that you referenced that the Principals Committee was called in the National Security Council, and President Obama then directed Obama's DNI James Clapper to lead the effort to create this new intelligence community assessment that detailed not if, but how Moscow attempted to influence the outcome of the U.S. election. So this is the thing that I think people should pay attention to, is neither the message from President Obama's office, neither the statements coming from Democrats in Congress today and their friends in the propaganda media. None of them are addressing this fact that there was a shift, a 180-degree shift from the intelligence community's assessment leading up to the election to the one that President Obama directed be produced after Donald Trump won the election, that completely contradicted those assessments that had come previously. The second thing I want to address that's very important, Laura, is that you in the clip that you played, you saw John Brennan, James Clapper, James Comey stated with high confidence this January intelligence community assessment that they drafted at the direction of President Obama. The fact is that they used already discredited information like the Steele dossier. They knew it was discredited at that time, yet they used it as a source for this document that they claim to have high confidence in. They used intelligence that some of these intelligence community professionals rejected previously because of the lack of credibility and the lack of the ability to vet with any kind of confidence whether or not that information or intelligence was accurate and could be used for an assessment. There's a long laundry list of facts and intelligence reporting that directly contradict the statement coming from President Obama's office and those who are trying to deflect away from what actually happened, which was after Donald Trump was elected. Led by President Obama, there was an effort to create a document that would serve as a foundation for what would be a years-long coup against President Trump, therefore trying to subvert the will of the American people who sent him to the White House in 2016.
Well, it's amazing that you are now releasing all of this. And Tulsi, I have to tell you, for those of us who lived through it, thank you. I think it's great that we're getting this information out. You say there is more information, there are more documents to be released. Anything you can tell us on that?
We will be releasing these documents shortly in the wake of the release that we did last week. I'm very encouraged by the fact that we have whistleblowers coming forward who are intelligence community professionals who were there when this happened and who were disgusted by it and are heartened at the possibility and the hope that the truth will see the light of day. And of course, the most important thing is that the American people see accountability, which is why we're referring and have already sent all of the documents that we have currently and any others that we get in the future to the Department of Justice to bring about that accountability, to ensure that the integrity of our democratic republic exists, that the American people can have faith and trust that who they vote for in our elections to be elected will actually be respected by those who are leaving power.
Amen to that.
Here's the test. Tulsi Gabbard has leveled one of the most serious charges against an American, much less an American president, ever. She accused the former American president of treason. I can't think of anything more serious. So here's the moment where we call the bluff. When will the charges be leveled? 5 days from now, I'm going to ask, when are those charges leveled? 10 days from now, when are those charges? When are we prosecuting President Obama? The answer is never, because there's not a court in the United States that will do anything that utterly laugh these contentions out of court. So that's the test. Don't take it from this Democrat. Is the DOJ going to charge President Obama? No, they're not, because every court in the land will laugh this premise out of their courts.
You mentioned this income. Cuba, what do you say to your fans?
How dumb do you have to be to believe that they're going to charge President Obama with anything? What level of stupid do you have to be at to believe that? Because, let me give you an example. For 30 years, and I mean at least 30 years, I heard again and again and again, Hillary Clinton is a criminal. Hillary Clinton's going down. Hillary Clinton's about to get arrested. Over and over and over again. And I used to just tell people, just stop already. Just stop. You sound so dumb. And now here it is, all deja vu all over again. People literally doing TikToks about how President Obama is about to get arrested and how he's going down for treason and he's gonna spend the rest of his life in jail. All this pure, utter nonsense. And I just have one question to ask. How dumb are you?
What? And welcome to Hannity, and we start tonight with a Fox News alert. Justice is coming, a bombshell announcement from the Attorney General Pam Bondi. The DOJ is now launching a strike force to investigate the possible criminal weaponization of the intelligence community under Barack Hussein Obama. Now, this comes only hours after the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, released even more damning evidence against the former Obama administration. And tonight, that is our top story, a very real scandal surrounding a very fake hoax that makes Watergate, frankly, look like a walk in the park. Trump-Russia collusion was a fantasy, a complete lie, phony, false conspiracy theory fed to Democrats and, of course, perpetuated by the state-run legacy media mob, by the most corrupt administration in modern history. Now, confirmation from the Director of National Intelligence. Nearly a decade ago, the Obama White House reportedly used the full force of your federal government to delegitimize the results of the 2016 election, malign the then President-elect Donald Trump before he even took office, and it was all based on lies cobbled together with an actual Russian disinformation dirty dossier bought and paid for by Donald Trump's opponent, Hillary Clinton. Now, of course, right here on this program, we sounded the alarm. We sounded it in 2016, 2017, 2018, and ever since. We reported the facts, we told the truth, we broke the news, and all the while so-called journalists on other outlets pushed nothing but a salacious hoax. They peddled nothing but lies and conspiracy theories, of course, led by fake news CNN, MSDNC, and all the major networks. Take a look.
Look, I think that the president does not want to come to terms with the fact that the Russians hacked the election.
President-elect Donald Trump still not sounding convinced that Russia hacked the election.
Russia hacked the election to tilt it to Mr. Trump. The question is, did Mr. Trump cooperate?
Unlike President Trump, he has no doubt the Russians hacked the election.
The Russians definitively hacked the election.
If you can get them to accept that Russia hacked the election, see if you can get them to accept who won the Civil War.
Definitively, Russia hacked the election, and Russia is doing it again now.
The legacy media definitively lied. All one big lie. Now, there's no debate. Today's newly declassified material from DNI Director Tulsi Gabbard paints a very clear web of corruption that leads all the way back to former President Barack Obama himself.
No one, especially the president, is above the law.
Obama living rent-free in Donald Trump's motherfucking head. A two-term former fucking president is still occupying the fucking White House. Donald Trump imagines that Obama can get locked up by the fucking FBI and bent the fuck over at Donald Trump's motherfucking feet. What a fucking dream that was. Here's some motherfucking reality for you, Cheeto. Obama is still the fucking president in your fucking head. He will always be the motherfucking president in your fucking head because he embarrassed your fucking ass. And you can't take it because you're weak fucking minded. And as long as motherfucking Obama is in fucking D.C., on this motherfucking planet, he'll be in your fucking head running that fucking White House. You'll never fucking be as great as Obama. That's your fucking problem, motherfucker, not Obama's. Obama's everything you're not. Obama's a person of character, a person of distinction, a person of statesmanship. When they go down in history, motherfucker, they'll list you as the worst fucking president in the United States and probably list him in the top 3 of the best fucking presidents. What the fuck you got to look forward to? Nothing but Obama occupying your motherfucking head. That's your motherfucking history.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Good afternoon.
How you doing, sister?
Obama.
Oh, yeah.
Who told you you are black people leader?
Nobody.
Who told you you are our brother?
Nobody.
Who told you you are our father? You're none of that, Obama.
None of it.
Go sit your ass down somewhere.
Sit down.
We are tired of looking at you. And we are tired of listening to you.
Period.
You're finished.
Done.
You're done.
Stick a fork in them.
It's over.
It's over.
Give it up.
Just give it up.
You're not our leader.
Period.
And Miss Sunny from The View.
Get her.
Why would Trump be jealous over Obama for? For what? You say because the way he walked?
What?
Do you know how dumb you sound?
Stupid.
Oh, he's jealous of Obama because the way he walk. Shut up, Sonny.
Shut up.
Because have you seen the way Obama sit?
Sweet.
Because our president don't sit like that. He sit like a man.
Straight up.
A hard man.
That's right.
Don't get it twisted.
At all.
Well, back to you, Obama.
Yeah, get back
Go
on.
sit your ass down.
Yeah, don't say nothing.
Go sit your little sweet ass down somewhere.
Sweet ass.
Sick of your ass.
Me too.
You're not our leader.
No.
Obama is the worst president in U.S. history. Prepare yourself for a huge shockwave of info, as what I'm about to disclose may challenge the golden boy image of Barack Obama. While cheered on by many as the epitome of presidential excellence, owing to his Basketball Association's charisma and being the first black president, it is imperative to unvault the truth behind his gentle lie. Despite the accolades, Obama's track record diverges significantly from the perceived image. Despite his Nobel Peace Prize, he frequently resorted to warfare, dropping a lot of bombs every 20 minutes on foreign countries in 2016 alone. Adding to his legacy, Obama introduced a novel weapon, drones, intended to target terrorists. These drones were effective. However, their impact on innocent civilians was far more prevalent, with a distressing number of deaths, approximately 800, occurring under his watch. Nevertheless, it is worth jotting down that Obama's engagement in basketball and occasional employee check-ins may provide a semblance of compassion. Yet we must not overlook his global wiretapping endeavors and relentless pursuit of Edward Snowden, the whistleblower who exposed these surveillance practices. Undeniably, Obama's presidential run witnessed an absolute decline in the freedom of speech and press, solidifying his position as one of the worst presidents in the past 50 years and maybe of all time.
While I'm waiting for your fucking response, are you just not gonna say anything, dumbass?
Thanks for tuning in. If you found this video entertaining and you received any kind of enjoyment from watching it, please subscribe, share it with others, hit that notification bell, and most importantly, don't forget to smash that like button and leave a comment. It truly makes a difference. YouTube's algorithms thrive on engagement, and your support ensures these videos reach a wider audience. It's worth mentioning that YouTube doesn't directly compensate creators like me for content. So if you'd like to support the channel, consider making a donation through the Cash App provided above. Your donations will go towards me having the time to create more videos for your enjoyment. Now, with all that being said, peace, and thank you for being a part of the Surviving a Fuckery community.